So the first item you're going to need is a dish of some sort. Next you're going to need some paint. Make sure you have like a little sponge paintbrush to use to paint your dish with. You're going to want some cute kind of scrapbooking paper, or you could also use some wrapping paper. Just really anything that you can cut out and place on the flat part of your little dish. Lastly, you will need some scissors to cut out your paper. Okay, so we're going to start out with painting our little dish. Make sure you have something underneath just in case you make a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to start out by just dumping a little bit of this into the dish. I'm just painting mine white because I feel like it'll match pretty much everything. So I guess you don't really have to paint the inside, but I'm just doing that so I don't miss any spots, I guess. So just kind of paint around, make sure you get on top. So once you have your dish all painted, the paint dries pretty fast, so just wait a little bit for it to dry and then you can do another coat on it. I'd recommend doing at least 2 coats because as you can see it's a little bit streaky right now. We don't really want that, so I'm going to go ahead and do another coat. So just the same as I did last time, get a little paint in it and just put another coat on it. It's that simple. Now that our dish is completely dry, I'm just going to use the bottom of it to trace a circle on the scrap paper so that we will be able to cut it out at a reasonable size so that it fits our dish. I have this circle. Now I'm just going to cut it out. Alright, so we have our circle, and we're going to see if it fits. It's a little bit big, so you can adjust it to fit your dish, but for the most part it looks pretty nice. Now that we have the perfect shape for our dish, we're going to take our glue, and we're just going to dip our little brush in it and put a little bit in our dish. Make sure you get a good layer. If you need a little more, you can get a little bit more on it. Just a nice even coat. And then we will place our little paper on it. Make sure it's nice and even. So after you get it in there, take your glue again, and you can also use this, it's kind of like Mod Podge, you can use it as a sealer also. So I'm going to put another layer over our paper. To just give it a nice finish. So there you have it. That's your dish. You're going to need a clear mason jar. Next you're going to need some paint. Then you'll want some fake flowers. Lastly, you'll need some scissors to cut your flowers. Okay, so you're going to take your mason jar, pop the lid off, and then you have your paint here. You're going to unscrew that as well, and you're basically just going to squeeze the paint into your jar. Make sure you get enough. It's probably good. If you need more, you can just put more in after. And then you're just going to kind of spin your jar around until it covers the whole thing. So it actually helps to use your sponge brush from the last project and kind of work the paint around inside of the mason jar, because at least my paint was thicker, so it wasn't moving around that well. So just keep doing that until there's no streaks around your jar and you will be set. While you're waiting for your jar to dry, you can go ahead and cut your flowers. So you're going to take your scissors and just cut each of them, because they're all connected right here, so you just want to like separate them. So just cut each of them. Can be a little difficult, but there you go. Just do that to all of them. Make sure they're long enough that you're still going to be able to see them in the jar. And I also have these ones that I'm going to add to the other little bouquet. So we're going to cut these as well. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So go ahead and do that. So now that our vase is finally dry, we can start putting our flowers in it. And that will be the last step to this. So just kind of put them in however you want. So here you have a better view of the jar, because I know that other angle was kind of awkward. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. Here's the jar and then the flowers. I really like how it turned out. Alright, so you're going to need a nice little candle. You'll need some E6000 glue. You'll need some sticks, definitely more than this, but... And lastly, you will need our beloved scissors. So you're going to start out with all your sticks. I actually just picked all of these up around my yard. You can just get them from outside. So, and then you want to make sure you have your candle so you can measure the height. So I want mine so that they're just a little bit above my candle. So I'm just going to cut them to that height. You could just break them, but this is more accurate. Oh. Okay, crazy. And then I'm going to make mine so that they're like a little bit varied in height, just so it's not the same height all around your candle. So this one I'm going to make a little bit longer. You can really do whatever you want. It's kind of just your preference. So just keep cutting those until you get enough to cover all around your candle. Okay, so once you get all your sticks cut, you're going to take your E6000 glue, take the cap off, and then you're going to take one of your sticks, and then you're just going to place it onto your candle. You might have to hold it for a little bit. So I'm about to put the last stick onto our candle. And after you get all your sticks placed onto your candle, basically just wait until, kind of test them out, make sure they're not wiggly at all or anything. Make sure it's nice and dry, and then you can light your candle. Just use it as decoration. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and hopefully it sparked some new creative ideas in some of you. I know I had a really fun time making all the crafts. So thank you for watching. Bye!